Daniel O'Brien here. I'm not sure if you've just learnt about Chicken Caravan or you've been following us for 14 years. This is just a quick video to share with you a few things that you might not know about us in no particular order. So we began in 2010, and right here, this photo is of our very first Chicken Caravan. So there's our first Chicken Caravan. It didn't look amazing. It had sort of 6 doors down each side and a door at the front, and we've come a long way since then. So that's 2010. Next one, hot dip galvanized. So back in 2010, we didn't have this, but over the years, we've learned that chicken manure is super corrosive. So it's about 5 times thicker than pre-gal steel. So pre-gal steel, if you go into the local hardware store and buy some galvanized steel, with chicken manure, let's just say that's going to last 3 years. It might last less, it might last more until that gal corrodes off. Hot dip gal, it's about 5 times thicker, so it's going to last about 15 years. So this shiny gal, it costs a lot more to manufacture, but it lasts a lot longer. So our Chicken Caravan 10, our 30, 130, 450 are all hot dip gals. The 600, yeah. And what's interesting, the hot dip gal, it's not just on the floor here. Even the roof beams that hold this roof up of their Chicken Caravans, that metal framework, that's also hot dip gal. So you're buying something that's going to last, which goes on the next thing, built to last. How many times have you seen a awesome product, often online, and they got beautiful shiny photos, and then after a while it just looks faded and dated? And when I say after a while, I'm talking like a few months. It's like, man, this thing doesn't last. We've been building Chicken Caravans for years. So this Chicken Caravan here from 2010, it's still going today, and it's not even hot dip galvanized. So the technology that we've put in now, we've tried to make Chicken Caravans that are going to last years. And this is our internal goal, to make products that last at least 15 years. So after 15 years to go, okay, it's got some age to it, but it's still going. I don't want it sort of 14 years and 9 months and go, okay, this thing's ready for the scrap heap. We want to build things that are going to last. Next, we've sold hundreds of Chicken Caravans to 20 countries around the world, and it's funny this, we've sold to every continent except Antarctica. I have a little internal joke. Come on, guys, we've just got to work harder. Maybe do a few leaflets or mail outs down there. No, just kidding. We're not planning on selling to Antarctica. But there is Chicken Caravans on every continent on the planet except Antarctica, and over 20 countries around the world. So officially, the Chicken Caravans have gone to more countries than I have. Okay, next on the list. As far as I know, will the world's first swinging rollaway nest boxes, like a company to make rollaway nest boxes that can swing. There were companies that made rollaway nesting boxes with a conveyor, but we couldn't find, and still to this day, we hadn't found anyone else that had made these before us. So it was something that, it's our original design, which I'll be covering that soon. Next, caravans are lightweight and easy to move. So this here is a Chicken Caravan 450. It weighs about 1.7 tonne. Now, you're not going to lift it up with one arm, but I'm talking about easy to move. This can just go on the tow ball of any basic four-wheel drive vehicle and be towed around the farm. You don't need a big tractor. And the reason I say that is this was actually a shed we made for ourselves before Chicken Caravan was even a brand. It's a big shed, it's on skids, and it needed an 80 horsepower tractor to move it. It's hard to move. Now, if it was empty, what you're seeing here in the photo, it could be moved with a four-wheel drive. But put a few chickens in here. This was just a growing coop with lots of perches. You wouldn't be able to move it. So it's one of the things we learnt from experience to go, hang on, this isn't real sustainable if we need to go get an 80 horsepower tractor every time we want to move a shed around. So the Chicken Caravans, they're easy to move. You don't need some huge tractor. And we've got some clients, they've got these Chicken Caravan 450s and they don't own a tractor. They've got a four-wheel drive that they can move things around the farm, but they don't own a tractor. So that's one thing that's probably going to be important to you. Is it easy to move? Original design. All of our products, we design them ourselves. We're not buying like a big box of these things and putting our sticker on the side and saying, here it is. We design it all. And we've actually got a full-time engineer on staff. So as we're developing products and trying to tweak them and make them better, all of what you see is our original design, every part of it. The height off the ground, this is just an interesting thing you might not know. So the Chicken Caravan, being this height off the ground, it does a few things. One, aerial predators, so we're talking eagles, um, even eagles around, the chickens can just run straight underneath there. And also in hot weather or wet weather, the chickens can walk underneath. One thing, and these are the things we've learnt through trial and error. This particular coop was so close to the ground, you don't want a chicken under there. It probably would be hard to get under there. So we realised by actually having them a little bit higher, you've got another a layer, another level that the chickens can get out of the wet, out of the sun, and away from predators. Caravans are 2.5 meters wide, and I'm talking our bigger caravans, our 600s, our 450s, our 130s. Obviously, our little ones are not that wide. The reason they are, in Australia, you can transport something on a truck that's 2.5 meters wide without a permit, without having like an extra wide load or an escort vehicle. This may or may not be important to you, but if you were to ever move the caravan to another farm, you were to sell it, or you need to transport it off your farm, it makes it so easy. As soon as you go wider, things can get really expensive. We listen to feedback and act on it. We hear this often, probably on a monthly basis, if not more, because I'm not on every phone call. People see our products or they start using our products and they say, you guys have thought of everything. Well, I've got our customers to thank for that. We listen to feedback and we act on it. And I've got a picture of the skid feeder here because this is a good example. Before we made this skid feeder, we went out to our customers, go, what do you want? How big do you want it to be? How many days do you want it to last? Like, tell us what you're after. So, and we put all that feedback and we compiled it all, and then we produced this product. And then even we've got multi versions of all of our caravans, because the first one goes out and someone says, hey, it'd be awesome if you made this different or that different. And because we do things in-house and their original design, we listen to feedback and we act on it. And what that means for you, you're getting a better quality product. We support the industry. This is something we've been going since December 2010. So when we first started, pastured egg farming, what's that? We used to get asked that question. Like, I've never heard of it. And we're like, well, it's sort of like free range, but they're actually on grass and we're in sheds that move around. Oh, so they're on grass. And then we get this next question. Do chickens eat grass? Oh, yeah, they do. So this is a video I made. Do chickens eat grass? So what we found to support the industry, we needed to educate the industry. So here's a picture of an open day that we've done. This is educating consumers and other farmers about chickens. We started a podcast. We've got a published book that went out to over 17 countries around the world, our YouTube channel, and free training. And still to this day, you can go to chickencaravan.com/free training and learn these things. So it's one of the ways we support the industry, because the more people know about this style of farming, the better it is for everyone. Flatpack saves money. So in the early days, these caravans, they were all welded, and which was really good if you lived next door to me, because we could just transport it to you. But as our customers got further and further away and we had to drive through other states to get to their state, flat packing became something that we could save some money on. Because if you're transporting something that's fully assembled, if you put this on a truck, you can maybe fit one, or if it's a massive truck, maybe two, depending on what state. But if it's flat pack, you can fit multiple on a truck or a train carriage or whatever, or now that we export overseas, they can go in a shipping container. What this means for you is you're getting an item a lot cheaper. Rather than spending up to $7,000 to move one of these items from one side of Australia to the other, you can do it a lot cheaper. Caravans are already the lowest price. when we came to price the chicken caravans, we wanted to make sure, we just wanted to put our best price forward straight away. And what this means for you, you don't need to buy 10 to get a good price. Different companies have different pricing structures. We wanted to support the person starting out. We didn't want to go, okay, well, when you're at a stage where you can buy 25 chicken caravans in one transaction, we'll give you a good deal. We wanted to go, no, we just put our best price forward straight away. So you don't need to worry about going into some other retail store the next day and seeing the item you just bought is now heaps cheaper. And that might have happened to you with a phone or electronic device. We didn't want to be that company. We're like, let's just put our best price forward so everyone gets a good deal. Simple hand wind conveyor. So we're talking about chicken caravan, 130, 450, 600s. Over the years, we had the option to make these conveyor belts electric, and we actually developed something, but we never followed through with it because we just weren't happy with it. The thing with the hand wind conveyor, there's nothing to go wrong. The eggs are on the conveyor belt, you have a little winder handle, and you wind them in. Over the years, we've had many people try and copy us and make their own versions of it. And we had one company, they made an electric conveyor belt, and I didn't like it, the idea of it, not that I saw it firsthand, because I'm like, what if it fails? How do you collect the eggs? And I remember thinking that when I first heard about it. Anyway, I was talking to a poor farmer a few years later after she bought one of these, and she said it failed. And she looked down this conveyor belt like this is empty, but she could see about 600 eggs. It was a big shed, and there was no way to disengage this electric motor and pull the eggs in. So some of the simplicity of it has come through experience of going, we don't want stuff to go wrong. And that's one of the reasons we have and still have a hand wind conveyor belt to this day. And finally, we have a customer support team. We are not just one man welding some steel in a back garden shed somewhere. We have a support team. You can reach us on phone. You can reach us on email. Anyway, that was just a quick video to share a little bit about our company. I hope you've learned something. Talk to you next time.